Hello, fellow traveler historians. It is a beautiful day here. We are having lunch at Bob Evans. Very interesting that I'm being served water in a mason jar. I feel that it's pretty unique. Here with my friend Joe BK here, fellow photographer.
Use my alias.
Ginger Joe.
Yes.
Ginger. Alright, so the first order that we got was the rolls that just came in here today. Looking pretty good. Got a side of butter here. So what is on the agenda today? I think we will be going to... Where are we going, Joe?
Tobico Marsh.
Tobico Marsh? Yes. So what is Tobico Marsh?
It is a publicly owned wetland area that has lots of water in it, and it's got all sorts of wildlife and neat stuff in it.
Sweet. Oh, that is, yes. Alright, so the sirloin with mashed potatoes and gravy. Yeah, some sausage links and some mac and cheese. And I think I just stuck my camera. Alright, so we have arrived to the Bay City Recreation Area. As you can see, nice little place here. We are going to walk a trail leading to Tobico Marsh. There is a parking area over there, but we couldn't find the entrance. And here's Joe setting up his
My gear ready.
His gear. He's
Polarizing filter to cut down on the glare off of reflective surfaces.
pretty good walk. Joe, you are now stuck with carrying your tripod now.
I'm gonna regret it. But
by the way, if you guys don't
this than having shaky photos.
Yeah,
There's so many photos that have to throw away because you just have to use a low shutter speed and they just don't turn out right.
Yeah. If you guys don't know, Joe is, you know, he absolutely hates this tripod here. Eventually I think he's gonna cave in and buy a new one. And if you see him outburst over this, I'll try to tell you guys why it's happening. So yeah, there it is. We are walking to Tobico Marsh now. We're coming up to the visitor center, which is also really nice, but I believe it's probably closed at the moment. So you go in there, you can see some taxidermy and other displays, tells you about the area here. And if you guys are wondering, where exactly is Bay City? Where is the Bay Area Recreation Center? Well, it is actually right
by a bay.
Yeah, it's by a bay. It's right on the Saginaw Bay. It is right there between my
skin.
Yeah, where the flap of skin where the thumb meets the other part of the hand. So that is where it is.
I have a new app on my phone. Allows me to ID wildflowers. Are you still recording?
Of course, Joe.
Let's see what this is.
Oh yeah, the other thing too, usually when Joe and I would walk this area, we wouldn't have anything like this app. So if we saw a flower or a plant or even an animal, we really didn't know what it was. We really had to just go straight to Google just to figure it out. Oh wow.
Oops. it's not. I've used it a little bit. It's not the greatest thing in the world so far. Alright, so I got a photo of the flower.
Hello.
The main gripe I have is it doesn't, in the flowers that show up as like the potential matches,
Oh.
it doesn't give a good
Okay.
picture of the leaves, or it's kind of hit or miss. Okay, so it's definitely not nightshade.
Really nice view. All right, so it looks like
I believe this
we
may-
found a berry. Joe?
I was gonna say this was the same one, same as the one that we looked at before and like identified, but I think it's different.
So if you
The
guys
branching
know
of the
what that is, leave a comment down below and tell us what it is or what you think it is. Now, if Joe was Bear Grylls, he would certainly eat that berry.
I would
Yes,
with confidence.
with confidence. And that would probably be the last you see of Joe. Alright, so here we are. We're actually coming across the marsh area, the wetland area. All over here. Hold up, Joe. Let's try in here first. Well, there we go. We're right over the marsh. And this here is actually going to tell us what these plants are. So Joe, what was the idea that our friend Finn had about this place?
Oh, I believe he wanted to mow everything down and cover it with plastic wrap.
Yes.
I forget what the precursor was to the plastic wrap, but the end result was cover it in plastic wrap.
So if any of you plastic wrap companies are actually listening, you should take him up on the offer, and you could have the possible chance of ruining this beautiful wetland.
Just like these people who throw these bottles, plastic bottles.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna take a photo of these.
we're gonna shame the polluters here.
Yes.
Look at that. All these plastic bottles here. Poor little fish families are probably gonna nibble on these and then die later on. Yep.
I'm gonna take a photo of them. So
Aquafina, Mountain Dew, Coke.
well, it's not their fault. It's not the company's fault.
Yes. Well, you guys all make products that are ending up in here, and you guys should do a little something about that to prevent people from
Start a public awareness
Yeah.
campaign. Oh, that cattail leaf is blocking the way. Oh.
So yeah, as you can see, even here, pollution is a problem. So I think, eventually, these companies, even though that these companies didn't really throw them into this wetland here, I believe it is still their responsibility, corporate moralism, to have some way to prevent their consumers from actually throwing garbage in here. I mean, this is, if you buy something from a company, it's that company's responsibility to say, hey, don't pollute, recycle. Otherwise this happens, and we just don't want that. There we are. Looks like Joe found something over here. What did you find, Joe?
This is an invasive plant called spotted knapweed. I'm pretty sure it is, at least. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the main characteristic is these odd-shaped leaves. Like, see how it looks like it has 3 leaves, but they're actually all part of the same one. So it kind of splits off like that. And then, of course, these purple flowers. And they actually have like a toxin that kills off other plants. So often you'll see like areas with like just these things, and the rest of the ground is like totally dead around it.
Oh. Interesting.
I don't know where the term spotted came from.
So there we go. We're walking up in a sunny, open part of the wetland. Oh, bird.
Gray catbird.
Occasionally, you will see deer around here as well. They tend to go into the wetland area. Oh, that is a very pretty flower there. So here we are. Joe's going to tell us what this. There is something on the screen here, right there, that's moving. What is it, Joe? Again?
It's called a histogram, and it's a little confusing because the camera's upside down. But pretty much over here, it's like a scale of like light and dark. So over here is like the dark side, and then here's the light side. And what this mountain little mountain thing means is there's a high amount of pixels that are in this range here, so kind of medium tones, and then like almost no like completely dark tones. Like the darkest spot in this image is probably this little part right here. Whoops. And then okay, this is interesting. So as I move it over, get more light stuff, get more flower in the picture. See how it kind of creeps over to the lighter side? So that's just showing that you know, there's more light stuff in the photo. And it's useful because when you have like too much dark stuff in your photos and too much light stuff, you can't recover any detail in it. So like ideally, to keep all the detail in the image, you want to have it like in the center.
Okay.
So if I overexpose the photo, you'll see it'll do a big, whoops, if I overexpose the photo, there'll be like a big leap, and it's just, that's called clipping the highlights. So like everything that was purple is basically white now, and if I were to go into like a post-processing program, I would not be able to tone that down to the point where you can tell that those are purple flowers. It's just white.
Huh. Very interesting. there, fellow crazy historians. I want to thank you guys for watching this first video of mine. I know it was very choppy, but I'm just getting to understand and really get into this video editing. But I do have other contents coming out, product reviews, business tips, history lessons, as well as cooking sessions too. So if you like my content, please leave a like below and a comment, and also subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell twice so you get notifications from my channel. And for future reference, I am going to have a creator Q&A every week where you guys get to ask me questions and then I can answer them. So it is a way that I can feel connected to my community and that you guys can have an impact on what I produce. So you all have a wonderful night.